Hey everyone, I'm Ron. With me is my buddy Gunner. Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to take a ride to Lake Tomahawk. We're doing just a quick ride, making a little bit of a video update on what's going on with me and content for the channel. So let's get going. So how's everybody doing? It's Saturday, October 10th. It's, I don't know, maybe 60 degrees. It's a little chilly. And, but sunny. And the leaves are turning. So I would say we're probably right around peak. A lot of the hardwoods are in their reds. You have your birch and your yellows. So you still have some, well, that's a pine tree. That doesn't change. Unless it dies, then you know, it changes. If you've ever had a live Christmas tree, you know what I'm talking about. At any rate, though, so some of them are still surprisingly green. So, but yeah, it makes for a lovely bouquet. So, starting out the video, this week I hit 300 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you very much for that. I appreciate it so very much. That there are 300 people that stop by and actually enjoy watching what I make. You know, that means a heck of a lot to me. So again, thank you. On the next topic, so videos. I have a few that I'm working on. One of which is going to be a cinematic trailer for a cinematic video from a ride I took, I can't remember what month it was. It was either the end of June or into July. And I really didn't get the footage I wanted to out of it, but I did get enough that I can make, like I say, a nice cinematic from it. So I've been kind of poking on that for, oh, I don't know, on and off for probably a month and a half, I think. So one of these days that'll come out. The next discussion, I guess I need a little input from you all. Alright, so anyway, one of my other videos was a ride from Arbor Vitae here. Kinda, this is Woodruff, but you get the point. So Arbor Vitae to Eagle River, and it's kind of a long ride. I got a lot of good footage out of it though. And so the question I guess I have for you all is, do you prefer to watch your videos kind of the way Adrenaline Junkie makes his videos, where he tends to make his videos long form know, hour-long rides, stuff like that? Or do you like your rides cut up? Which, if I'm honest, I've actually already kind of done that a little bit with that ride. That's where my videos for my Kawasaki Textron comparison came from, and also my video about Gunner here. So those both came from that Eagle River ride. But that said, there's quite a bit of good information in that video, especially as far as how to navigate around this area, because you know, these trails have really only been open, you've only been able to get from, you know, Arbor Vitae and Woodruff to Eagle River for about 4 years. And especially in that Saint Germain area, a lot of people struggle with how to get navigate around that area. So it could be kind of nice to keep that video whole to show, you know, the process of navigating from one town to the next. So, but you know, that's, like I say, I may do it that way, but I'd like to hear opinions from you folks either way, to let me know what you would like to see. So yeah, if you could, in the comment section, let me know what you think. So, and kind of a sidebar to that topic, I've been doing it for a little while now on my videos, but to make it easier to navigate around this area, I have put together a, it's kind of like a, you know, a ride where I ride type of thing. And what this is on my, in the description. So for instance, on this video, if you go down in the description, you should see a little like subsection that I put together that's titled Ride Where I Ride. And with that, you'll find a link to a Google Drive that has a downloadable file that contains the GPS track and potentially some of the points of interest for the ride that, for instance, like this, that you see me driving on in that video. And like I say, the idea of doing such a thing is that it allows me to kind of show you how to navigate this area, and you know, spend the most time enjoying the ride and less time being lost and fumbling around with apps or maps. Although you should buy a map. 2 reasons: it supports the club that the trail that maintains those trails and routes, and 2, there's just no replacement for having a paper map to navigate, you know. So definitely buy a map. It's like $2. $2 goes a long way with these clubs. So the origin story of that of the ride where I ride came from an individual who messaged me and watched my Hurley ride video, and he wanted to know where all the shots came from that were featured in that video. And so I kind of explained the loop I took, and he said that he would really like to retrace that ride. And so I thought about it, and typically when I ride, I have a GPS unit with me. And so I did a little digging, and I found that I did in fact have that track saved. And so that was what I came up with. I posted on the Google Drive, I tested it out. I found that the GPX loaded on both my my Garmin correctly, which it should. And then I also loaded in the Oryx maps on my cell phone. So if you have a good GPS app that you prefer to use on your cell phone, that track should work. As long as it accepts GPS tracks, it should work on that in that app. Your mileage may vary, of course, but you know, it's worth a shot. So, okay, here we are. We're on Town Line Road. This is Woodruff Road, or Rudolph Road, I'm sorry. Normally we would take a left to kind of head towards in the Arbor Vitae and head in the, you know, to go towards St. Germain, Eagle River and such. We're going to take a right here and go to Lake Tomahawk. So it's a pretty short little ride. So the next thing I'd like to talk about in my updates are videos I'd like to make before the season's over, which isn't very long from now. The October 31st is when the majority of the trails will have closed around here. So, you know, any trail riding videos I'm going to have done before then. Alright, as you probably saw in that sign, so we take a left off of Rudolph here, and we wait for our traffic, because why not? We take a left off of Rudolph and head down County Road J here for like, I don't know, a mile and a half. So anyway, though, I would, the videos I have in mind, I'd like to get out to the Flambeau trail system in the Chequamegon National Forest. And I'd like to ride around out there. I'd like to maybe get from Round Lake to Park Falls. Alright, so we take a right here off of J on the fish hatchery road. I don't know if they do much of it anymore. There used to be a bunch of, this is a DNR station for Woodruff. And among things they did, fish hatchery is or was one of them. Like I say, I don't know whether or not they do it very much anymore here in this location. Maybe they do. Never really paid much attention to it. It's actually quite the little campus they have here. All right. So, and then we take a left off a fish hatchery here, and then this is actually Woodruff Road. I'm just going to kind of putt for a second here. Let's take a look at that, huh? Pretty nice. Looking good. I don't know. I think this time of the year, if you have the ability to, this time of the year is the best time of the year to ride up here, I think. It's usually cooler. You're not usually fighting mosquitoes. You've got all these beautiful colors. Oh, easy squirrel. The number of people in the area drops dramatically. So you tend to have more of the place to yourself. Anyway, so yeah, videos I'd like to make. I would like to get out to the Chequamegon and shoot some stuff out there. That's a really beautiful area. It's actually probably my favorite riding area. And I don't get out there often enough anymore. Ever since we gained the ability to ride all around in here, it has severely hampered the amount of riding I do in other systems that are not connected. So like Iron County and Harrison Hills, and you know, like I say, over in Fifield area there, Price County, those trails all in there, the Chequamegon. And that's kind of a shame. But, you know, like I say, it is what it is, so. Yeah, anyway, so for the third time, I'd like to do, like I say, Chequamegon. I'd really like to get into Iron County, maybe do a ride from Mercer to Saxon Harbor. That used to be a yearly ride I would do. And it's kind of a long ride, but it's typically pretty fun. That area has changed a lot. Just the trails themselves, they've been improved so much compared to, you know, back in the day when I used to ride up there a lot. You know, not necessarily less fun. It's certainly less muddy though. You know, now I think it's pretty safe to say that the true mud ride around here now is Dead Horse. So I would like to do the Dead Horse. I probably won't get in this year. You know, maybe that's something I'll look at doing for sometime next riding season. I don't know. The same thing with Harrison Hills. I would like to do it. I thought about doing it not terribly long ago, but I just don't know that I'm going to have the time. So we'll see though. I mean, you never know. Like I say, we still have a few weeks. I'd like to do some gear videos. I have an Apache case that I use as my camera box. In the past, typically I've used all Pelican cases, so this is kind of a departure for me. But I may do like a review or something of that nature, overview of this case and how I have it set up. I capture my audio separately from my video. Now, I thought about maybe doing a video discussing why I do that. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to think what else there could be. As far as what videos to make in the off season, that one is kind of tough. The only trail system around here that's open in the wintertime is actually the Chequamegon. There might be contingencies of that. I think it's based on the temperature of that day and other factors. So I guess that's something that maybe I would have to look into. I will say I'm a little hesitant to do that. The reason being is a lot of the snowmobile folks are not thrilled to share trail in the wintertime with especially side-by-sides, you know, because they're big machines. Those trails out there are pretty narrow. They've been widened. It used to be like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, they were limited to 50-inch wide machines. Since that time now, they're currently rideable by machines up to 65 inches wide. But nevertheless, snowmobile, you know, maybe a snowmobile's 48 inches wide. And they tend to like to clip along out there because, you know, they can. And so when you're clipping along and you end up behind a big old side-by-side, it can make for some frustration for them. So I can kind of appreciate that. So I don't know. We'll see. I have some trails and some non-trails on our own property that I've filmed with in the past, and you know, the current thought is that I could go out there, you know, especially with my ATV, and film out there during the winter. That really wouldn't be a big deal for me. The woods are pretty tight, so I don't know that this would be a good fit for that kind of video, but the ATV certainly does work out fine. I'm just slowing down, you never know. So you know, of course I can make gear videos. I also have a bunch of old videos that I might go through and pick at from you know, years ago, because there's actually some pretty good ones in there. and that wouldn't be a big deal. I typically, so in the winter time, I plow snow. We'll take a break there. So we're getting off this is a old railroad grade here. We're going to take a left. This is Gritsmachen. We take a left here on Gritsmachen and take this into down to another road. Anyway, I plow snow in the winter time, and in the past I have done video around that, and actually those videos have done fairly well for views, surprisingly. So I could do some content around that too. And then lastly, I don't know, it's kind of a pipe dream. We have a place out in North Carolina, and there's quite a few riding opportunities out there. So we're just we're about an hour east. I'd say an hour. You know, in the mountains, the Appalachian Mountains out there. You know, an hour is 35 miles of road that goes like this. So, but in any case, we're an hour from like Johnson City, and you know, there's a few riding opportunities out there. Brown Mountain out towards Morganton. For as big a riding opportunity as that is, I'm surprised how few videos I've found of riding out there. I don't know why. So I've been there before in a truck. Didn't really ride in there all that much, but I know where it's at. That's been a long time ago. Besides Brown Mountain ORV, there is a little place in Marion, North Carolina. I don't know if that would fit what I'm looking for, but you know, it's a little park. Maybe it could be interesting. Somewhere not too far from Johnson City is Dome Mountain ORV area. That's a county-run off-road vehicle park. So I could maybe check that out. And then there's a little trail that I've read about. I think it's called like Black Mountain State Trail or something like that. That's over by just outside of Johnson City. This is just a continuation of Gritsmachen here. Give you guys a little wipe down. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Like I say, once the snow flies, I'm kind of committed here. So if I were to leave, it would have to be, you know, honestly, probably before the end of October. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to commit to that. Again, you never know. We'll see though. It's something that I'd like to explore. Gunner, he's never been out to North Carolina. I'm sure he would enjoy, you know, going somewhere different too. All right, I can't remember what the name of this road is. We're getting off of Gritsmachen. We take a right. Oh, what is the name of this road? I mean, it's kind of a right. I don't remember. There might be a sign up ahead. Normally I can rattle that stuff right off too, but not this time. So anyway, this is all state forest in here, by the way. Some of it was supposed to be accessible by ATV and UTV over a year ago. I believe it was August 18th, 2019. But the state has kind of been, you know, I would call it backsliding. They just call it being busy. I don't know, you know. The state has been pretty aggressive about not opening things up here, you know, for you know, well over a decade. Folks have been fighting for access to these trails, and it still hasn't happened. So it's been through all the correct processes, but like I say, I don't know. Very few things have opened. Up ahead here, so we'll take a right on Miller Lake here. Yeah, they only have the, I wish I could remember. We take a right on Miller, and then just up here about, what, 50 feet, there's a little trail section that was cut in. And this is actually the first trail that was opened in the Northern Highland American Legion State Forest for ATV, UTV use. So it's not very long. It's only about a, you know, maybe 150 feet or so, and then that takes us to the railroad grade again, and we ride that into Lake Tomahawk. So these railroad grades, they're not controlled by the DNR as such. They're actually controlled by the DOT. So that's why the railroad grades were able to get opened up first and as quickly as they were. So like I say, the one that's kind of hesitating is the Wisconsin DNR. So, and then we're coming into, this is basically the town of Lake Tomahawk right here. So there's a few restaurants. You got gas right here. There's really nothing open past this this parking lot right here. It's another thing where the town of Lake Tomahawk's just kind of taking their sweet time with opening things up. So, to the frustration of many of the locals. So this place, little ice cream stand, be a good stop for you. So you have Smiley's Bar, the Shamrock. Like I say, there's a few different restaurants over here if you're looking for a place to stop and get some food. So, but anyway, so I don't know, that's kind of the end of our update here. If you have any questions about riding in the area, or comments on you know, like I say, what you'd like to see for videos in the future, I'd appreciate hearing from you. And again, I really want to say thank you to everyone for the, you know, hitting me for me hitting the 300 plus sub mark. You know, that's I guess it's not much, but for me that's a pretty big achievement. So again, thank you. I appreciate it. So, and on that subject, if you enjoy my content, I would love it if you would reach down and hit that subscribe button and the like button. You know, it means a lot to me. So, in any case, all right, we're gonna end this here. So from Gunner and myself, have fun riding, and we'll see you later.